This panel could use some more Black and Small. I mean, what does it say when I'm the one that's on time? Where's the world coming to?
Hi guys.
What's up?
Thanks for coming today. These people don't want any attention brought to themselves. So please don't stare.
Everyone stare now.
Dr. Jason Andrew, Narvy, PhD.
No.
Are the other actors coming?
Yes.
Who needs that? Let's get a very quick micro bubble skull panel. So, Mary, if I could ask you about your very first time ever acting professionally, what did it feel like? What was going on inside? Very interesting.
And that was a revelation for me.
Those are immortal words.
Paul Schrier, can I turn to you directly? When you first acted with fire, could you please explain to me how that actually affected you as an actor when you got older?
Well, usually when I'm burning, Nika, Burrise, and Cathrine, say that. It's all you guys that was done.
You guys entertaining everybody?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they're very silly. They're very silly and very loud, aren't they?
Make more noise.
How's everybody doing today? Thank you so much for coming out today. We have enjoyed meeting all of you, and I hope to meet even more of you. So my name is Nika Burrise. I played Tanya in Zio and in Turbo.
How are you guys doing today? Good? Yeah! Jenny, you want to come up here? My little girl, she don't want to come up here now. You can't tell on me. Haha. Everybody's doing good. Thank you guys for coming today. We appreciate it. Good old Kentucky. So I was going to take my little girl on a horse, but
Sorry about
it was
the weather.
raining.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. I wanted to skydive out here, but the weather was... Anyway.
Floor, you guys had 6 inches of hail? How do you do that? Inches. How many sizes?
Wait a minute.
It's another day, Kentucky. I'm like, wow.
Well, I think the best way to deal with this is just throw it out the hole. Y'all notice how nice things happen to your head in Kentucky? I do.
Speaking of Tourette syndrome.
Okay, so we'll throw this out to you now. Why don't we throw a question straight up? See what question? Paul Schrier. You have a question?
I'd like to ask Paul Schrier. Oh, wait. Anyone else? Anyone?
Come on, guys. You got questions? All the questions. You guys, if you need any. Got it.
Sure.
How do you use that an approach to being the 20th anniversary this year?
Have we been approached about the 20th anniversary?
Paul Schrier.
Jesus. No comment?
I'm all tatted up. Saban's probably scared of me. Oh, he's all tatted up, bro. It's a kid show.
Yeah, Saban hates tattoos. They believe children should never know that tattoos even exist. If you have a tattoo, we ask you to leave now.
Okay, bye. No, the answer to that, I have. That's the answer.
That's the answer.
Yeah.
Have you? Have you?
There's a question in the back.
Question in the back?
Who is that voice?
Yes.
Come on, you guys know.
Go on.
Here, somewhere? Okay, whatever.
That's you.
That's me. Okay. I noticed this great chemistry between Jason and Paul. And are you guys like best friends like in real life, similar to like the Zach Braff, the guy who played Kirk on Scrubs? The question is, are you a romance?
one that I directed, and Paulie, for the director's opening night card, gave me a card that had a stork on it that was looking at you like this. And it said, "To my wife." So if that answers your question. Okay.
Do we have any veterans of the Iraq and Afghanistan conflicts in here today? Any vets? Thank you. I haven't ever been to combat, but I have been on Power Rangers. And you know, when you spend months and months and years dedicating yourself to your art with people that you grow to tolerate.
You never tolerated me!
It's kind of like family, you know? You don't get to choose them in a way, and you make the best of it together, really. You know? So are we best friends? I mean, there's nobody that I'm friends with on the level that Narvy and I are friends. I mean, it's in my entire life. But it's because of the boots on the ground that kind of, you know, we didn't go to work to make Power Rangers. We went to work for each other, to amuse each other, and to do good work for each other on set. Just like soldiers go and, you know, they're committed to their buddies in the trench, you know, not necessarily to the conflict.
Hoorah.
I like that. Question?
Yeah, this is obviously for Tommy and Jason Paul.
There's a lot of people that say and you start and you started with obvious reasons.
What kept bringing you back?
Hold on.
You guys are the longest recurring guys.
Are you talking to me?
Well, you and...
Or yeah, that's like when I used to say, if people don't know me, I say, "You've reached Jason, David, Frank." They thought 3 people. So I leave a message if Jason or David or Frank would pick up the phone. So you can say Tommy, Jason, David, Frank. Okay. What made me go back?
What kept you all coming back? Because obviously, you know, there was more than just the show bringing you back. What brought you back?
Well, I mean, I really, to be honest, the Dino Thunder wanted something for my little girl, Jenna, to watch, something updated and new. And I was helping one of my friends, Doug Sloan and Ann Knapp, to pick up ratings at Disney. And I just decided to go back and, you know, hit the spandex, not just on the weekends. So, you know, so I went back to Dino Thunder. And yeah, that was about that. You know? Instead of working the corners of Hollywood, you know what I mean? I'm just kidding, guys. I signed some porno thing before, and it says Tommy signs porno. It does, it says Tommy signs porno. Yes, on the YouTube, the guy's like, "Can you sign there?" So of course, I picked the center spot, if you know what I mean, to sign. I was like, "We're going to sign right here?" All right, so I signed. And it says Tommy signs porno.
Question?
Yeah. This is definitely a less serious one. Have you been on the show? Were you involved for so very long? Do you guys ever catch yourselves in the car in the shower actually singing the Power Rangers?
No.
I probably know more now about Power Rangers doing conventions and with Facebook than I ever have in my whole entire life. I still have questions that I just can't answer. So when I'm stuck on questions, I'll always go, "Paul, please answer." Even if I don't understand what you're asking, I'll go, "Paul."
I do that in meetings at work.
It works though, because then you can always like play it off, you know? Like, "Well, I was good, I was just wondering what you were thinking." You know?
Yes.
No, it's my fake mustache. That way nobody thinks of you.
Wait.
First off, were those helmets ever restricted and hard to breathe in?
We didn't wear the helmets.
You never did?
Yeah.
I
Well,
did, and the
Jason.
Power Rangers,
He
like,
did.
at
Jason
first,
did.
you know, I wanted to do everything, and then after a while, then I was like, "No, I don't really want to do it," but I did, because the Green Ranger had to add footage, so, I mean, it's just like you guys wearing those costumes around, like, and they're not custom made, it's just cheap, it's like fit in it, you know, fit in the little Japanese dude, fit in it, squeeze your head in. Smell like sushi and everything. Sorry, for the Chinese people, sorry, gosh, Johnny's my friend, he's Chinese. I don't know. Forget it. Tony's racist on YouTube.
On the same thread, what was the deal with, in the first season,
something about that. Walter said that on the Japanese footage that the Red Ranger and the Black Ranger were best friends in the Japanese footage, so that's why they put them together. And then he just happened to be like this.
And I think the other answer is stereotypes stick because they're stereotypes.
Did Swan say that they didn't realize it?
That's what they said, but come on. I don't know, that's what he said. Honestly, it was one of those things that we just didn't even think about. It was like, well, who cares, you know, after a while. Then people start talking about it. Then I start realizing, like, he is the Black Ranger. What the? She is the yellow. What? I'm the White Ranger.
Look at Zach's wardrobe in the first season. He was the Black Power Ranger.
Yeah, they did a lot of Malcolm X. Sure, they did a lot of Malcolm X hats and stuff like that. Because
I mean, periodically Walt would be like, "Why? Why?" You know.
He had a couple of Rastafarian-like shirts too.
yeah, he had a lot of Rastafarian.
He fought some of the outfits that were just over the top for him.
Yeah.
Because he wanted him to be, you know, he wanted the character to really live, you know, in the series.
Question back there?
Okay, this one is also for Jason. What is the craziest thing that a female fan has ever done?
I can't say that for little girls right now. I've got crazy stuff. No, I don't. All right, chocolate chip cookies with tampon in it. Sorry, I said it. Chocolate chip cookies with tampon. It's the truth. You want me to lie? I'm honest. I told you I'm all. Well, you asked. You said I could say it. No dude would say anything. It was like, I dare you, triple dare, but I could double dare you. Paul, sit down. You're not going nowhere. He's like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, I'm still on the show. Ratings are. Well, I don't want you doing shows with Jason no more.
Okay, please, no. I have no budget for myself. How can I pay you this?
Question?
Is there anything you guys are fanboys for?
Oh, of course. Yeah, everything we grew up with.
Well, like what? Like what specifically? Is there like one thing?
Well, I mean, I love G.I. Joe and, you know, He-Man. I mean, it's the stuff I watched when I was a kid. I kind of like Strawberry Shortcake a little. And, you know, Strawberry Shortcake had some really hot friends, actually. Because you know, blueberry muffin.
I was kind of into My Little Pony, so I was the opposite.
I liked He-Man and She-Ra. I was always She-Ra. And I liked Wonder Woman. I really liked Wonder Woman. Okay. Got quiet. Question? Yes.
This goes toward any of you.
Love the shirt. Love the shirt.
Good job.
What is one of the most memorable moments as portrayed or filmed in the Power Rangers series? There was a moment that just made you go, oh snap.
I kind of snapped now. After the show, oh snap.
You know, I think when our last episode for me was like an oh snap because it felt so dramatic because it all sunk in like, wow, this is my last episode on the show. This was my first series. Am I going to see these people anymore? And Kat and I were trying to get through it, and tears were running, passing our little Zords away. I think that was like a little snap. Okay, so what am I going to do after Power Rangers? I'm off the series. What am I going to do next? So that was kind of like a little snap, to be honest.
I got very irritated when they asked me to read with the person that was going to replace me.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
I don't know, I gave my PowerPoint to TJ and was like, peace.
Yeah, I don't.
Made the choice.
I should have a better answer for that question. Hey, you remember what's your favorite moment of the show?
No, there was this one time when we did that live show at Universal Studios.
Oh.
We walked out on stage and it was in the Universal Amphitheater and there were 10,000 people in there and they shut down freeways. There was news choppers like, and when we walked out on stage and they gave us like these $5,000 microphones and they were like, these microphones are very expensive. Please don't break them. Narvy and I are like, yeah.
Sounds like
had to like fall down. And the minute we walked out on stage and I started to say the first line, because I always have the first line, flash bulbs, like your entire field of vision just, and we were like, or we looked at each other, and now that's what it must be like for like Elvis or the Beatles, or just on that level was humongous. And then I fell down and broke the mic. The sound guy afterwards was like,
Question?
Did y'all ever pull in pranks on each other, like have like bloopers and stuff behind you?
Never happened. Never happened. Everyone, we were all ladies and gentlemen.
I couldn't. I had no keys. I had no keys in my vehicles. They didn't give me the keys to stuff.
He used to take off on the jet skis. He was always doing crazy stuff.
I remember me that the episode in the snow. Me and my brother, we were filming, and so he's like, "Let's go off the cliff." And we were gone, man. Like, you know, you'd think you could find your way back, but like snow is snow, and we all look the same. We were gone for a while. I'm like, oops, where are we at? Over here. We were gone for a while. It was awesome.
I guess this wasn't really a prank. I remember a time where everyone just wanted to hit each other on stage, on set. And so Paulie got this kind of science when you would roll, what you do is you roll the cameras for like 3 or 4 seconds before you actually call action. Because you roll the cameras, you do the slate, you say set, ready, and then you go action. So what Paulie would do is between the time they would start rolling and say action, he'd time it just enough that he could go, action!
It just kept getting funnier every time.
I'm looking up once. I'm getting ready for the scene, and I look up and I see Paulie in mid-flight like this.
Question?
Yes, my kids grew up watching you just under relative kids, but it was extra special because my little boy's autistic. And he didn't speak a lot when he was little, but he loved the Power Rangers. And he always liked the morphine scenes. And he could pick up on things and do them exactly the way you do. So I was wondering if Tommy might do one of his morphine scenes.
Which one? I'll just do Turtle, because that was the one I made fun of. I was like, what are we going to do, turn to the left? And yeah, that's a good one. I remember we like coming out of the room like, oh, yeah, remember, what are we going to do, turn to go on the left? And yeah, so I was like, all right, good.
More to die!
And that was it.
We had all the wristbands and everything. He would do them all with his sister.
Yeah, good.
So if you would do one of those, that would be
I'll do that. But which one do you want me to like? I'll do standard because that's the easiest.
either one would be fine.
Yeah. All right.
More time!
That might have been an ambiguous thing, I don't know. Well, back up, make a B. I'm the leader. Just scoot back. I'm joking. Not really. Not really. That blocked the shoulder. I remember with Dave Yost, he used to get so mad at me because there's lighting, and so I'd always block his light. But if you ever watch Dave in the scenes, like when we're doing, his muscles flex. He always flexes his muscle and he tries to get his arm in his shot. But I would never fail. I'd always block his light. He's like, dude, get out of my light. Like, turn the light, for real, light. Get out of my light, turn the light. Dave paid me back. He's like, oh, back there. Thanks, Dave Yost.
His satellite orbiting the planet.
Yes.
Follow up with having enough workers if you guys want to do a roll call for us.
Well, we'll get through the questions and then.
Did you bring a burger?
Give me an email around the snack bar.
No. I gotta
Yeah, we'll do it after and before.
Yeah. Yeah, back, you're back.
Let me ask you guys, now honestly, do you have some of your own figures?
Yes.
All right.
When I got the fix, I tried to eliminate the skull figure in as many ways as I could, and so I bought like 100, and every day I would like heat up needles, or I would microwave them. I fried it. I brought it in, cut up, and mixed into a salad once.
He's really serious.
No, I remember the first time I ever saw it, we didn't even know they were going to do action figures of us. And we were in Australia, and someone had brought them to us. And Paul's like, hey, look, Mark, it's your action figures. My first time I ever saw them, I'm like, oh my God, it's me, it's like me, I'm right. And Paul's like, yeah. Takes lighter fluid and goes,
And that's showbiz. That's showbiz. Question? Anyone?
The guy in the green?
Yes.
Yes.
So
That's
many.
somebody green.
During the first Power Rangers movie, during the skydiving scene, were you all actually doing the skydiving?
No, I got into it. I wanted to, because I skydive now, and they wouldn't let me do anything. Because if something happens to us, then there's $80 million, whatever it was. Production, that was $6 million. The production that went down the hill, so they really, wouldn't let you do that stuff. But.
remember, there's a million skydivers out there. There's only a few beautiful people.
There's only actually USPA. There's only USPA. Only 62,000 licensed skydiver Narvy. Okay, only 62,000 licensed skydiver USPA. You go to USPA.com. I didn't get paid for that. Yeah, sure. No, I'm just kidding. There is only 60,000 licensed skydivers.
Really?
That's it.
So how many beautiful people are there?
People's most beautiful people.
Probably just one. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. Of course. Of course.
People looking.
Sorry. I'm not talking to you. You too. Forget it. I'm not talking.
Get with this. You can get with that.
You can do it. Put your back.
Right here?
When you guys were training for all the shows that you've been on, were there any accidents or injuries that stick out most that you recall?
I punched a couple people, and I think I got punched just in, because I didn't come in as a martial artist. I'm not a martial artist. I came in pretty much as a dancer, just flexible or whatever. So when we did Turbo, we had to learn, yeah, we had to learn different, whatever. I can't even think. Karate styles and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there were a couple of accidents. It was fun. I loved fighting. I didn't get a chance to do a lot of it, but it was fun. Thank you.
I know you guys all that theater stuff with swords.
You mean
guys have to,
the acting?
Huh? No, we don't act on Power Rangers. No, it's all you guys. They were physical. Like weren't you like all?
Yeah, like the rapiers.
Yeah, like all that stuff you guys would do.
Yeah.
It was like stunt double, but never mind. Go.
Yeah, though we still have all those swords, and we trade them back and forth like a child custody hearing.
Yeah, before I left LA, I had to make sure that Paulie got his one sword back. Did you get it back, by the way? No. Child's been kidnapped. Here we sit at a convention.
Right here? The purple? Oh.
And there's also a guy in the bar.
Oh, Timothy, right?
Jason, Kat, and Nika, would you be willing to come back for another, like a reunion season or something?
If they paid us SAG rates.
Yeah.
And we got residuals.
What about you, Jason?
It's not going to happen. I mean, it won't. It's not going to like me. Well, I think Haim Saban's very silly to not take those Rangers that we were and make a Dark Knight series out of it for you guys. But it doesn't. You don't need another billion. You know what I mean? But it would be nice if they did something like that, a little bit more darkish. You would use those characters, take the White Ranger back, make it like Batman and stuff. That's cool, as long as you punch somebody in the face. When I was watching the pilot, I thought it was cool because he was in the pilot and got kicked by Austin in the bowling alley. So I thought that was awesome. But then we couldn't hit people in the face like humans. So I was tired of fighting bugs. I just wanted to punch them. Give me something, Brad.
That guy in the far back has been waiting for quite a while.
That guy.
Okay.
No, the other guy. I'm just kidding.
Since you all have been on multiple series, which one has actually been your favorite? I know all of you have been on multiple series of Power Rangers. Which one's your favorite?
I've been on the least. I've only been in 2 seasons, Zeo and Turbo, and I would say, I like certain aspects of both. Zeo I liked because that's where I started, so I had a little bit more of a storyline. But Turbo, I got a chance to fight outside of the costume. Well, I didn't fight in the costume. I got a chance to fight, so I like them both. But I would say, because I had an actual kind of storyline in Zeo, I like Zeo better.
I liked when I first came on because I got to be bad. That was fun. And I thought Zeo had some pretty good storylines. I liked them all for different reasons. Turbo was probably my least favorite. Sorry.
I don't know. I mean, the Green Ranger was nice, but I thought it was so funny, like when I became the White Ranger, because it was like, it's me. That's about it. That's why I like that part. That's it. Like, there you go, Austin. I was kidding. I'll tell you the speech later.
Well, I would say Zeo, since everyone here was in Zeo with us, so being around the set was more fun with them. But we were around you guys far less during Zeo than any other series. I'd have to say Mighty Morphin, because for us, we were still innovating. And they didn't know what to do. So they didn't say, put on the brakes. They said, keep going. So I think that was it. You know, we were finding some really, stuff that we actually were proud of that was above and beyond, you know, just schlock, so to speak.
Yeah, what he said.
Is there any chance we're going to get to see Dr. Narvy on Power Rangers Samurai?
No, I think you'll have to wait and watch. Because the future answers all questions.
Question over there?
I talked to Nika earlier about Christianity. Jason, you started that clothing line and stuff. I was just curious when and how Christ came into your life.
Oh, I talked to him about it. Are you asking me or asking Jason?
I didn't know that several of you guys, I mean, it's my first
Oh, I've been a Christian since I was young, probably about 7 years old. God has always been a foundation in my life. I remember being on set, Kat and I and Johnny would talk about, we would sit inside the trailer and we would talk about God all the time. And some people liked it and some people didn't. That's just the way that it is. But I just started a t-shirt line, and mine is a little bit different than Jason. I called him for advice because he's been doing it for a while, and I'll probably continue to seek advice from him because he's very, very business oriented. But I brought out a t-shirt line called it Eternally His Design, and actually the young man back there is wearing one of my shirts. Yes, thank you. And it's to talk about eternity. So, because you know, from here on, we're gonna go into eternity. You're either gonna go into eternity with God or without Him. And so, I just wanted people to think about their eternity. So, I've known God since I was young.
Yeah, probably about 2001. I wanted to be the first something. So the first Christian line of MMA clothing. So I represented a lot of fighters, but the fighters kind of was seeking me out, like Diego Alves, all these people, Matt Hughes, all these other people that were wanting to be sponsored. Every time before the cage or before the ring, they would, you know, pray and get into a circle and stuff. So I thought it was going to be great to add to that. It was very, I struggled getting Jesus into stuff, but you know, again, my clothing line is you know, Christian based, but it's up to you all where you all going to take it from, you know what I mean? And my beliefs are my beliefs. My relationship with God's personal, and this should be the same way with you guys. But, you know, like I tell people, and I'll do interviews, I'll be open. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to preach to you. I'm not going to slam you in the corner. I used to know a lot of ministers and pastors that do that to me and say, well, that's not, I just don't like it. I don't like to be told that, you know. And there's one time I said religion. It's not religion, man. It's a relationship. First of all, don't talk to me like that. You know, George Foreman was he goes to his church, and I like his church because he's a fighter, and he'll tell you when he's preaching, I will take my big hand, smack you upside the head. You know. So I listen to George Foreman. I'm like, hey, he's pretty cool. I kind of like that. You know. I just think it's smart.
As long as smacking is there.
Yeah, as long as the smacking is there. Like when he would chew gum. He still smacks gum. You still smack gum.
I still do.
I know you do.
My wife hates me for it.
Jenna smacks. I told her not to smack. Yes, baby.
It's okay to smack gum.
Jenna, what's your question? For Vulcan Skull. All right, thanks. My daughter. Well, that's
She's
okay,
a smart
baby.
girl. You raised a smart girl. Good taste. What do you want? That would be Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. So yes, that would be the very first one when your dad was young and smooth.
That's the one they jumped out of the airplane, baby, without strapping their parachutes. Oh, let's go! It was like, thinking, oh, you're still a kid already.
How did you have such a sweet, innocent child?
Well, it's kind of like the yin and yang. Okay? The yin and yang. Evil good.
Question right here.
That's her, she said it.
Yes.
This is for Dr. Narvy and Polly. I was just wondering, for when you guys were doing Vulcan Skull and you were like developing your characters, were you like maybe going upon like maybe the Three Stooges or anything? Or
Sure, Laurel and Hardy stuff. We spent a couple long weekends at my house, like pausing the VCR on step by step and watching that, how they would kill each other. Yeah, I know, VCR, yeah, well.
I still have VHS. I have VHS of your guys' movie, Mighty Morphin.
I signed a couple crusty VHSs today.
High technology, VHS is here to stay.
So absolutely, I mean, we looked at all great physical comics because we realized we had a golden opportunity to do the kind of work that needed to be done. People hurting themselves for your amusement.
I love Three Stooges, so.
And it really, it's a masterful kind of, it's a very unique vein of performance. And you know, most of us just do it when we're at home trying to make a sandwich. You know, there's not a camera filming us, you know, stabbing ourselves or dropping stuff on our feet. Or, you know what I mean? I just, you know, you go to cut a frozen, you know, and then, oh my God, I need to go to the doctor. Okay, cut.
Right in the green. It's straight back, yes, sir?
Jason, Paul, I gotta ask, is there something that you guys, do you have a favorite food that you got dumped on you?
Yeah, the ones that didn't make it to us, okay? There were some bad ones. I mean, one of the strange ones was the sandwich, the giant sandwich that fell on us. It said we smelled like a rotten salad for the rest of the day. I remember once, there wasn't one that fell on him. I was supposed to dump a bunch of, I was some barbecue sauce. I was a bunch of suntan lotion on your back. But it was mayonnaise. And you would think they would substitute the mayonnaise for suntan lotion for the purposes of filming. But they didn't. They used yogurt instead. So we're out in the sun at the beach, baking yogurt onto Paulie's back. What is wrong with you? Little small inanimate object. I hate you. So, yeah.
So yeah, that was my favorite too. Nasty.
Yes, sir?
Did you have the app when you had family emergencies?
Say it one more time, buddy.
Do we have to act when we had family emergencies? Good question. Yeah. I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a job, you know, you have to. It's the way it is. I think Jake was being born or something. I don't know. I told him they had to do an episode and yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure in television to be there. Because you imagine the amount of resources and planning that have gone into shooting any show, it's significant. And if somebody gets a toothache, like that's not good enough. to blow $5 million, you know? And so the producers will do really wacky stuff sometimes. Now, you know, because we were all reasonably professional, we would show up, but, you know? But, I mean, there are some actors that we know that are famous that have a real hard time getting to work, or maybe are drinking a little much, or doing, you know, whatever. They'll send people to find them. Physically, they will bring them back and dress them, and slap them, and stick them in front of the camera, and say, yo.
I got, when we were shooting Turbo, I got robbed at gunpoint. And yeah, it wasn't very fun. And I called the producer, and you know, it was really, obviously very traumatic. And okay, well you take as long as you need, but we need to see you. And I had to go to work in the afternoon. Yeah.
In 1992, there was an earthquake in Los Angeles. You might have seen it. Freeways fell down.
In fact, actually,
you had to go to work.
Yeah, well, that's a funnier thing. We were changing studios, and it just so happens that that the same week, and the freeway that we needed to take to get to the new studio collapsed. Literally collapsed. 5 stories, and we had to drive in. I remember it took us 4 hours for a drive that normally takes 10 minutes.
Totally.
See, there was a fire at Stevenson's Ranch, and I have a karate school, and I was in New Zealand filming Dino Thunder. My guy called me, said, "Sir, everything's on fire." I said, "Okay, how close is it to my school?" And they said, "Well, you know, it's really close. Ashes are coming." I said, "Well, you guys stay open, right?" And I said, "Is Chuck E. Cheese open?" And they said, "Yeah." I said, "If Chuck E. Cheese is open, then you stay open." And all my guys were so mad at me. "I can't believe we could have burned." I said, "No, once Chuck E. Cheese closes, and then you close." So maybe that's why I learned that.
Chuck E. Cheese was watching right
they were like, it was close. Like, I saw pictures, and I couldn't believe it. But you know, when I saw it, of course, I wasn't like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, guys." I was like, "You go down with the ship. Titanic goes down, you go down. We open no matter what." My guys at my karate schools never get sick. It's crazy. I mean, they get sick, but I'm not. Maybe I learned it from Hein. Like, they need to come. They're like, "Oh, I'm fine, sir. I'm fine." I told black belts don't get sick, dude. Black belts don't get sick for years and years. Of course, when I'm sick, I call in because I have employees. But yeah, and they're like, "Line up, everybody." Of course, I'm lazy, so I'm just like, "You're doing good, dude. You're doing good. Hold it, hold it."
I remember one time Polly was so sick. I remember it was, "Ready, rolling, and action!" Yeah, I remember that.
And you can probably even see the episode too. It's the episode that was shot in Kenneth Hahn Park, which was the first season park, not the Castaic location, but the other one, the weirder, darker kind of vegetation. And I was in a wetsuit with my clothes over it, and I was in a duck pond that reeked of duck poodoo. And I was puking so bad, and of course, I don't know if any of you have ever tried to wear a wetsuit, but there was a rubber memory. And when you're a rotund fellow, such as myself, you have to be rotund. After you squeeze into that sausage festival, every move you try to make, you're acting right, the suit is forcing you back into the shape. Because it's, you know, it's like this much of neoprene and it's a queen size. So that was the day when I was ill, and like the outtakes from that where I'm fighting to stay underwater because I'm like buoyant in the wetsuit. I can't like, and then in the script I'm supposed to go down and then come up and go, oh, blah, 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 but I couldn't stay under. Every time I try to go under, I'd be like, oh God. So, and I think Skull is on the shore in that scene, and so just look at the green kind of color, and that's my PPD.
Did you get stitches in your face?
Oh yeah. I have a Band-Aid on my face, like nailing it, because I was cool back in the time. But I was in a mosh pit. My friends, Shavo at the time, they're not friends anymore, they're big time, Sisters of a Down. I saw them, they gave me this is how old I am, a cassette of their demo. And I was in a mosh pit, and you know, of course, like someone pushed me, and I was like, "Who pushed me?" And I was like, "Ooh." So I got cut pretty deep on my eye, and I was like mad. I had blood. You know, if you ever get cut in the face, you're gonna bleed a lot. And so I was bleeding and all this stuff, so I got stitches, and you know, we had a Band-Aid in the episode. I'm like, oh, yeah, I never explained it, but I remember talking to Jonathan. He's like, "Come here." He's like, "What were you doing?" I said, "Mosh pit." He's like, "What? What do you do?" I said, "Bounce around and hit people." He's like, "For what?" I guess for fun. But yeah, that was, you know, just put a Band-Aid on it and just like Nelly style.
David Yost busted his nose for a season. He got a broken nose. He almost had, I think he even had to get a nose job. He got his nose busted. Straight up, I know, dude. Jack in the back.
How much when you were filming your episodes involved voiceovers, or how much of it was live acting? Like when you had the Japanese, when you had the overdub.
It was all voiceovers. We had it.
Anytime you don't see us on camera talking, it's ADR or like recorded
How much did you say in an episode was like percent?
Half?
Yeah, half and half.
And you can kind of tell, when the audio doesn't match the, the picture quite correctly. I mean, it happens because of airplanes and, firecrackers and pickups. And burping.
There's a guy 3/4 of the way back.
This is for Jason. Any differences working for Saban versus Disney?
Not really, because Disney's cheap too, you know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just being honest with you. And they put the billing under Roadside Village, and Disney was kind of like, I remember going back to Dino saying, why? Well, Disney really don't claim it. It just was weird. I don't know, but, I know why. Who is it, Jenna Han Montana? Or, what's her name that was in drug rehab? Yeah, Lohan. I know why she left Disney, but anyway. But, it was all right. And, I wish I worked with the people Paulie's working with, because I feel a little bit more comfortable going out there working with all new people. Koichi was great to work with, but all new people, it just seemed like they didn't know what they were. I mean, I know we got a producer, the guy who did Mork and Mindy. I'm like, great. What are you going to do with one of the guys that work on Mork and Mindy? They don't know a clue of Power Rangers. I mean, now they're keeping the cast. I don't know what they're doing. I haven't followed the show because I changed the state channel, no offense. But my girl's only allowed to watch seasons I'm in. But they have a format, and I remember everyone saying it's cheesy, but what do kids eat? Kids eat string cheese, they love string cheese, and they love cheese sandwiches. So it's just, you eat up the cheese.
Coincidence? I think not.
Thank you.
Question over here? Purple?
Who is your favorite villain to fight and least favorite villain to fight?
To fight. Favorite villain to fight.
Generic, whatever.
I liked Diva Talks. I didn't really fight her, but from her people.
Anyone else?
I think Rita and Lord Zed were the best villains.
Yes.
Yeah, Mike's the bottom. You can see it in the video. Whisper. I don't know, as far as battling them, I don't really remember. I mean, I like Lord Zed because it was Ed, Neil.
Yeah.
So I kind of was known through the costume. You guys know him as Lord Zed, and then that little dude, Robert, that does the voice.
Axelrod. Robert Axelrod.
Yeah, Robert does the voice. I don't really know him. I know Ed, so I like working with Ed. He thought he was the voice inside the room. I was just like, you're ADR, dude. You're ADR. You're working way too hard. But he's like, Ranger! But it gave us stuff.
I think the character is better though for it.
Yeah.
Because he loved it.
I think so too. He was, big time.
See, to me, that's worth it. I mean, even when that's love, when an actor's been on camera and they're still working it.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people do that in the car when they're driving. He don't stop believing. We give heart. I like that.
Yeah, I do too. That's why I like it.
Danny Wayne did the same thing actually. Rito. He kind of did this pseudo Beetlejuice kind of thing with the character. They didn't know what they were going to do with the character, and he filmed it. So. There's a guy on this side, kind of straight in front of me. It's been 38 minutes.
Anybody ever come on set drunk?
What?
Did anyone set drunk?
No, not drunk.
There might once in a while, I think the crew would have a birthday thing for somebody and might come back, and then occasionally it's a well-known fact in show business. Craft beers are commonly something we look forward to very much. But when you crack a beer, you're done, right? And you're 21.
I didn't really drink all that much.
Not really. We were
No,
all
we were just
young.
busy all the time, working, waking up early, right?
Yeah.
And just, you knew tomorrow was almost the same thing as it was today.
I mean, you get 6 hours of sleep. You're like, oh, I'm so refreshed. I mean, 4 hours. That was it. That's what you're sleeping every night.
That's why I sleep 4 hours a night.
to hurry up and wait the next day.
The very back?
This question is for everybody. Is this your first time in Kentucky?
My first time.
Yes.
Yes, sir, it is. A fine state.
Yes. Very sweet.
Yes.
Y'all are all very sweet.
I like it.
You know what? Gratuitous plug.
I am going to be next week in Louisville, Kentucky at the Mother Lodge Festival, workshopping a production of Bluegrass Hamlet called Crawling Between Heaven and Earth. Please come to see it.
My gratuitous plug.
Anybody else? Questions, miss? In the middle?
Hi. This is for Jason David. Johnny was at the Comic Con in Puerto Rico last year.
Well, first of all, never believe Johnny much. Okay, that's the first thing. Tired of Johnny telling stories.
What do you say? What do you say?
What do you say? Something dumb.
What do you say?
He said stupid stuff. I gotta warn him every time. Yeah, Johnny, I'm talking to you. I warn him. Because you confused me with my brother. It's confusing the stories. I think.
Go on.
Go ahead.
Talking about the ad lib about the first but anyways, you're gonna go. So are you excited about going to Puerto Rico? Is that like your first time going there?
Oh yeah, Puerto Rico? Yeah, Johnny talked about Puerto Rico. Was it something nice? Because believe Johnny if it was nice. Yeah, if he said something nice, he's probably telling the truth. Yeah, Puerto Rico, I think he kind of hooked me up, kind of, sort of. Yeah, Johnny's a great guy.
I actually drove from Virginia to over here, and
thanks.
You're welcome. It was worth it. And last year I flew from Virginia to Puerto Rico because I'm from there. So
Oh yeah. Johnny's a great guy. Thank you, John. Any bad things you don't hear? Don't listen.
Yeah.
Skull, sir. I'm actually from Louisville. Are you going to have your info at booth later? Because I really want to go.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be on my Facebook, first of all. It's called Mother Lodge, and you'll see all the info. But yeah, come by. I'll give you the info. It should be a great production. We've got a great backup band. We got a guy that wrote songs and did backup for Johnny Cash. I forget his name. He's actually a legend, and I should know his name.
Yes, you should.
I should. But we also have a person that used to play guitar with Joe Baez, doing the music for it. It should be really cool. It should be a really cool production.
He feels happy. He wants to run.
Yes.
I'm going to see if any of them are going to go to it.
I tried to drag all of them into it, actually. And
I never heard. You didn't even ask me to. You didn't even call me. I texted him and he texted back like a day later. All right, maybe an hour, but to me it seems like a day. I'm so like you know, it's one of these text. Oh, I got, no, it's not him. Text. You know, one of those guys with the phone. Yeah. See?
All right, do you want to play Hamlet?
No.
This is why this happens.
I was doing like trying to do Shakespeare in one of my acting classes, and Fiona Apple's brother was leading it, whatever your name is, and he was saying all of this bad stuff about me through it. It just like made me scared. So, and I probably can't do it anyway. So sorry.
No, you could do it if you wanted to.
Repeat after me. To be.
Repeat after me. To be or not to be.
No, you don't got to repeat after me.
Repeat what part?
The repeat after me part. You have to repeat.
Okay, repeat. All right.
To be.
To be.
Or not to be.
Or not to be.
That is the question. See, he can do it.
Yeah, so they'll have to be in I have to get one of those ear things so like you can translate, because I did that in Germany. They were translating English, and they're like on the loudspeaker, and I was listening, and English is shorter than theirs, so I was like, or no, they ended, and English was longer, so I was like this to hold, it stopped, and I was like, oh yeah, and as I spoke, it was over the loudspeaker to the audience, and I was like, ooh, it was terrible. I was like, yeah, it was bad. I remember that.
Question?
Yeah, Frank, it's Schrier.
What?
Actually, mine's more of a little bit of a comment. I grew up in a house that it wasn't very good, and I was little. I'm 25 now, so I was little when Power Rangers first came out and stuff. And I know you guys went through a lot of hard times. I know you guys weren't paid the best and stuff. But for me personally, Power Rangers was a show that I was able to watch, and I gained a lot of my values and stuff from it. I mean, you guys had great messages in the episodes. Bulk and Skull, it was more messages of, you know, the bad side of, you know, and how to do
The what not to do.
Yeah. but you know, I looked up to that show as for, you know, like I said, because it was escape from the house that I lived in, but I was able to learn, and I really do attribute a lot of who I am today because of that show, because I watched it as a little kid and I learned a lot. So I just wanted to thank you guys for everything that you did do with the show and sticking in with it as long as you did and making it a good show. So,
Thanks, man. Thanks for that comment. That's really sweet. You know, we hear this from a lot of fans, and really, what our show, as corny as it did it demonstrated friendship and mutual respect. And in the case of you know, these two guys, it demonstrated how even screw-ups deserve another chance, and true friends are true friends forever. And I mean, I hear this from a lot of people, that the show is a refuge for them emotionally. And, you know, maybe stereotypes aren't so bad when they serve a purpose like that. And watch Power of the Samurai Nickelodeon. Thank you.
My question is for your Vulcan school about lighting working. How much control, if any, did you have over your costume?
A lot. A lot. We got to build our characters. I got to essentially choose what my guy was going to be like, and then from that they found him and they let him do whatever he wanted. And so we would go shopping for stuff. Yeah, and they were really cool with it. And then when they started turning into like detectives and stuff, then obviously it was, you know, we weren't mean anymore. Anarchy. Yeah. We had a lot of control. Mucho. And thank God.
Question for you guys. I'm assuming, was the Turbo movie directed by someone different? I'm assuming so. How was the Turbo movie filming compared to actually filming the Turbo season?
That's what
They shot the movie like they shot the show. It was done on a very low budget, and we actually switched directors halfway through, didn't we? Because David Winning, yeah, that's it.
And then it was Shuki.
Yeah, he contacted me on Facebook.
Me too.
Winning.
Oh,
David
David
Winning.
did. What? No, Shuki contacted me.
No, Shuki didn't. Shuki's on Facebook.
Sorry. No, he didn't. No.
So yeah, it wasn't that different, other than a few of us traveled a little bit, but
Yeah, there was a trip to Hawaii there for the struggles. Not me.
we went to Tennessee and we went to Northern California.
For the waterfall. What? You didn't get to travel anymore?
Oh, I traveled with, I was the only one that did not get to travel. I mean, we did shoot in Northern California, but that was everybody, but I was the only one, you know.
Oh, that's right, it's Oakland.
Yeah, it's Oakland.
Beautiful Oakland. Sydney for the
Yeah, that's where Too Short's from, Oakland. Oakland, Too Short.
Over there, your hand's been up for a while.
I had a question for
Just throw your body in front of us like
of the original Rangers that work with the Mighty Power Rangers. Do you stay in touch or are you good friends with some of your co-stars? The Rangers that went up from the beginning up to through the first movie?
This is tough because for me, that's like 70 people.
Except from the original. Just from the original. Like I talked to Walter.
We talked to Walt. All of us talked to Walt.
I emailed Amy a couple times, but she's big time. Talked to Dave a little bit. Other than that, who else?
Karen.
Yeah, well, no, from the original.
Oh, from the
From the original. The original OG.
Who else was there?
Original. I don't know. That's it, right?
Well, let me ask. Let's flip the script. Did you talk to anyone that you knew when you were 8?
Yes. Power Rangers at their house. We didn't have a TV. There's actually a few people because every day by 4 o'clock I had to get all my chores done after school. I'd run over to their house like mad to try to make it before the song began.
Awesome. You know, in England, they would cut the show up into 10-minute slices and make the kids like run a lap or like say the British anthem or something before they would show it to them.
They could take over some small country in the Asian subcontinent. Very British. Captain America right here.
Well, this one's for Jason. Over all this time, you've kind of absorbed your Power Rangers identity into your personal brand for your MMA, your promotions and everything. I was wondering, what kind of legal issues did you run into that? Because I'm sure you don't personally own the concept of the Green Ranger and White Ranger.
I don't run into any legal problems. You know, I'd like to see if I do too, because, you know, I mean, as much as I've done for them, as much as my walkout shirts and all my fights promote Power Rangers, this just promotes Time Saban. So, you know, I mean, I just feel I haven't, and I don't really, in the whole Power Ranger MMA thing, don't go well. When you go in a room with 200 people or 20 people or, you know, 10 fighters, they all just want to get a piece of you. They want to get beat up by you or they want to knock you out. So it does not help the martial arts scene. I had to do a lot to build my reputation as a martial artist, and a lot to do even for my school. You know, for now, you guys are all older, so you guys can understand what a good martial arts school is. Like with Rising Sun, I built that brand, and I continue to build the brand, but I don't build the brand off Power Rangers. You know what I mean? Like Rising Sun, you come to my school, you don't see a lot of different, this is my little girl, Chin. Last time we were in Austin, and everybody was like, sorry, Jason, this is for your daughter? I was like, oh, I have no questions. Just talking about sugar glider.
What's your favorite TV show, Jenna?
Power Rangers.
Good answer. Good answer. The Life After Power Rangers, singing Justin Bieber in the car all the way to Orlando, and I do. What is it, babe? I never mind.
That man right there.
If she was approached, would you let her be a Power Ranger?
Yeah, I'll be your manager, but yeah. You know, I mean, I think she'd be a good actress, you know. I mean, anyone that's drama, you know, I don't mean that in a bad way. Anyone who's drama,
He'll keep talking if you don't. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, so, you know, and that's it, so, you know. What time are we out of here? At 2?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have one panel and you limit it to 120 people?
Oh!
I'm just kidding. That was a joke. I was kidding. That was a joke. God, everyone's like, oh, wait a minute. I was just kidding.
Hey, we got like 160 or so.
Yeah, that's good. Pack them in. Bring them in.
Somebody sends me emails and say, when am I supposed to be in my booth?
Not me. I've been in my booth 4 hours straight, no lunch break.
Hey, thanks for coming, you guys. Thanks for coming.
Oh, you guys done? Thank you guys. We'll be back signing autographs, so please come on over there. Visit everyone's booth, all that good stuff. So we'll be back. I got an MMA class, introduction at 2:30. If you want to come, we're going to sweat a little bit and go from there. The people, the VIP, I'll see you at the VIP dinner.
Say hi.